Hey there, Gemini Sun, Gemini Moon, Gemini Rising. It's Maggie from Moon Director. Welcome to my channel. Here we work with the energy of the moon to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward in the most positive way possible. I want to thank you for your likes, your shares, your comments, for helping me grow my channel. If you would go ahead and hit that thumbs up or leave me a comment right now, it would be awesome because that will help connect our energy throughout this reading, and you're more likely to find that the reading resonates because time is not actually linear. It all happens at the same time, quantum physics and all that good stuff. Okay, so I'm doing a monthly reading, but I'm going to start with the energies of the week for the moon, and then I will timestamp as I go into the channeled messages and then into the monthly. So if you don't want to stick around for the weekly, you don't have to, but I think you might find that it's something you might want to stick around for. Wow, this is nice. So you have the Empress. This is the growth of something. This is a new opportunity. This is that loving, nurturing, caring thing, but it looks like you have choices. Creative choices involved here. It says we have the Seven of Cups. And so let's see here. Excuse me. So we start out the week in your third house. Yes, your third house. So your third house is communication in through the area of home, and then children and family and fun and romance. And so that's definitely what that looks like. So some choices around the home to be made. What's fun? What's romantic? How do you communicate? These are kind of the things that you'll be touching on this week. So the moon moves into Leo at 12:29 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time in the United States on Monday afternoon. And so this is about what are you resisting? What are you trying to push through? How are you trying to get to where you want to go? And then can you surrender to the divine? It is about the oppositions, the tugs, the pulls, like how are things going? This is energy of trying to wrap up things that are happening, completing projects. This is also about your reputation. And so this is the moon in this area has a lot to do with how are you viewed by others, and you might have to work a little harder to maintain the position of respect that you have recently acquired. So that might be where the resistance is coming. And so by being maybe a little more nurturing and kind, and you have choices available to you, creative choices. So that's something to try to keep in mind. Also, when I was trying to get into the energy this week, what I heard was Janet Jackson. This was for everybody, but I heard, that song, what have you done for me lately? And I think this whole respect thing has to do with that. You know, your reputation or the reputation of others, it has a lot to do with don't rest on your laurels. What has somebody done lately that makes you approve or disapprove of them? And I really hate that word. I don't... because we shouldn't be judgmental. So how do you view the situation? This feels more like a work kind of thing, that kind of energy, but since you have so much centered around the home, it might be like, are people pitching in and helping out? Yeah, maybe they were really helpful a few weeks ago, but now they're just slacking again, so what have you done for me lately? So the energy for you is you have Newt, which is the expansiveness, and Oya, power. So expanding your power. Growth, opportunities. What do you want to create? This is a really actually lovely energy, Gemini, which is nice because you kind of had a few dicey kind of weeks, right? So on Wednesday, the sun is going to move into Scorpio. So if your birthday is Scorpio and you're cross watching, happy birthday to you. Yeah. So that happens at 1:20 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. At 3:39 p.m. the moon is then going to move into Virgo. So boom, boom, right? And it's a time to review and analyze things that are fluctuating, probably around finances. So, where are your expenditures going out? How are you setting things up? So we have this whole energy of wrapping up projects, of reviewing and revising and analyzing before we get into retrograde. And retrograde for Mercury is coming. It's coming. We're already in the shadow period, and so it's already starting to affect the energy of these readings. And so you have Goat. Act from your innate wisdom. So as you are trying to decide what you need to release in order to bring peace into your life, what do you need to analyze? What are you reviewing and stuff? Paying attention to your wisdom is going to be really important, and you have maintained self-worth and self-esteem. Interesting. So last week you were working on your self-worth, sense of self-worth and self-esteem, and this week don't let things pull you out of any of the work you've done. So this reputation, right, this thing that you've been striving for, the way people view you, they see that you are stepping into your power, they see you are expanding, your sense of self-worth and self-esteem. Don't lose sight of it. Don't revert to old habits that are not beneficial, right? Okay. All right, so then the moon. Well, before we talk about the moon, let's talk about Mercury. Mercury is going into the storm phase on Friday. And so what that means is it's not retrograde yet, but it's starting to act very retrograde-y. So, there are going to be delays and things are slowing down. It's slowing down. And so it's starting to muddle communication. It's starting to create delays. So it's time to start really paying attention to that. So if you want to wrap up some kind of a project, the earlier part of the week is better for that. By the time we get to the weekend, the moon is void of course, as it's getting ready to go into a new moon phase. And so it's kind of that resting and distilling down the information anyway. Now we've got Mercury slowing down the communication. And so while you can be very productive, you're probably going to find that you're more productive doing things on your own than in groups. Less static and communication problems. Just you can focus and get things done. It's not a good time from here on in, once we get to Friday, to really start any new projects. But if ideas come to you, write them down, because you can, it's just a few weeks before you can do the research during this time, that review, that analyzing, that going over things, but actually launching a project after this weekend comes, at the start of this weekend. Probably not a really great idea until after we get out of until Mercury starts to move direct. So, and that's not until we get out of Scorpio. So that, we're in it for the duration here. All right. So we have Mercury, open communication. Get the weight off your chest. Speak up with love and be heard. Oh, wow. I pulled from the wrong deck. No, I didn't. That is here. Ooh, that's crazy. Okay. So, before Mercury goes retrograde, before, while you're wrapping things up, if there's something you need to say, now is the time. Now is the time. Choose your words carefully. We have karma releasing. Ooh. Move beyond drama. Create your own path. Make room for good energy. So this is what you're releasing to find the peace. So, if there's something you need to say, that you can let it go, that you can wrap up the cycle, so that when you come out on the other side of Scorpio, after we go through this transformative energy, and you're ready to start a new cycle, then now is the time. Because this moon in Scorpio is all about stepping into your sovereignty, really doing the transformation, understanding that you're a divine spark of God wrapped in a human body. And so you are co-creating the universe. And so you need to figure out what you need to let go of, use your intuition, use your self-esteem to say what you need to say, so you can release the karmic situations, so you can free yourself to be very creative, to choose from the cups of creation here, to grow and create something very divinely orchestrated between you and spirit. So what do you want? What do you want? This becomes the question. Because this moon in this position is about independence of Lilith. It is about the balancing of the yin and the yang, the giving and the receiving, the swords of truth, being able to speak up and say what you need to say. There's a lot happening here. And so there's this sense of sovereignty that you're stepping into. And in order to do that, you need to release something in order to find the peace. And so you're being encouraged to say what you need to say so that you can move on. So, with this energy of the moon, you have believe in other worldly beauties, dance with the waves, and drink in the sunshine. So, it says wild, so this is being authentically you, right? And then we have meditate, make some quiet time. in the still air. This is this withdrawing, this going within, this void of course moon. We have the ocean, be beautiful, mysterious, wild, and free. Twice with that. So stepping into your sense of self-worth, you know, being authentically you, be wild and be free. You know, release what you need to on this karma so that you can be who you want to be, and just choose wisely, be discerning. You don't have to keep everything in your net. So what do you need to release? There is a process of releasing here in order to move forward. Releasing the karma. Not everything that is going on in your life needs to be there. What can you release that allows you to be authentically who you are? Is it a belief system? Is it a group of friends? Is it a job? Is it a relationship? Is it an attitude? What do you need to release? Not everything that you have needs to be there. So lessons that come along the way, communicate to the people that you value in your life what it is that's going on with you, and be willing to be authentically yourself. Wow, you have so many cards. So we have meditate and contemplate, really doubling down on spending some time communicating with spirit. We have your dreams need a practical plan. Full moon in Taurus. This is the new moon in Scorpio. Full moon in Taurus is in 2 weeks, but I want to say it's what feels more like, what do you want? Where do you want to be a year from now? That's what needs a practical plan. That's when the next full moon in Taurus is. I think it's going to take that kind of time because we have a time for healing and look at the bigger picture. And so I feel like there's a situation where you need to release and let something go. And then you're going to need to heal. And I think by looking at the bigger picture, you're going to know what to release. And then I think that part of the healing process is going to be the meditation and the contemplation. I think when you do that, then you're going to know what to do, how to choose to be who you are, to be authentically yourself. And so that's how that is going to come about. So, oops, wrong one. I keep wanting to put those together. They kind of look alike, though. All right. Not the same author or anything. Well, probably the same design house, though. All right. Publisher. There's what I want. Okay. Let's go ahead and get into the channeled information. It's 12:30. I'm going to write that down so I can timestamp. All right, channeled information. All right there, Gemini, what did I get? Oh, so what I do is I take note cards of the different color chakras so I could figure out what your energy for the month was. And I close my eyes and I just feel the energy of them, and I selected. And for you, I selected purple, which is the third eye chakra. This is using your intuition. And so that choose wisely, that meditation really comes into play here. So with that new moon in Scorpio and this being Scorpio season, so yes, meditating, contemplating, getting the bigger picture, using your intuition in order to help you make your choices. I heard you are protected and you are moving into unknown territory and that the rules have changed. And so, yes, you need to spend some time in communication with spirit, contemplating to figure out which way to go. What I saw was a sailboat that was setting sail on dark water. So there were stars in the sky, but I didn't see the moon, which I thought, oh, what is the new moon in Scorpio? So it's a new beginning. It's a new opportunity. You'll be guided by the stars. And so then I wanted to get some affirmations for you, and I heard, I am divinely guided. I follow my intuition. I am protected. And then I heard St. Michael. So if you are nervous, worried, concerned about what's happening, where things are going, whatever's happening there, call on St. Michael to help you. First off, you've got karma to release. So he can help you to release the negative karma, cut the cords of negative energy, and allow that to just exit your life, right? If you feel that you are worried or nervous about how things are going to work out, call on St. Michael to help you and to protect you. So he definitely wanted to make his presence known. What else? So I am protected. I am divinely guided. I follow my intuition. So listening to your higher self, choosing wisely, meditation and contemplation feel very important. All right. So what I'm doing right now is I'm shuffling out the 9-card spread where we cover the past, the present, and the future. And thoughts, your feelings, your actions coming up. I don't like that card. Just saying. Okay. So let's see what we have here for the, whoops, wrong way, for the month. Okay. I'm a little rattled by the picture when I saw. Okay. So the overall energy for the month is this Willow Tree of Wisdom. This is tapping into your intuition. This is tapping into your emotions. This is tapping into your, letting your roots go deep, but also standing tall, being protective. But this is life experience creating wisdom. This is what the Willow is about. Your life experience creates wisdom. And so really getting the bigger picture, tapping into your intuition, choosing wisely based on previous experiences, either in this lifetime or in past lives. You can access that through your higher... Oh, okay. So your ship is on fire. Well, that explains what I saw. Okay, remember, we're talking about you maintaining your sense of self-esteem. So going into this month, this is a very transitional month for you. There's an opportunity for growth, but so we said that choose wisely, and we also had the 7 of Cups, which is all about choosing wisely. So your ship is on fire. You're looking to the past for help, but I got to tell you, you want to look to the future. You want to look to the future. The past needs to be released. Release that and look to the future to figure out what you need to do, right? Communicate openly with others. In the past, you have not been really tapping into your intuition because this was in the reverse, and this is also in the area of where you were seeking knowledge. So you may have been trying to, but since you had the meditation and contemplation show up in 2 different cards, I feel like it's really important that you spend time in prayer, in automatic writing, in contemplation, meditation, going for walks. How is it that you communicate with spirit? Where do you get your information? I get mine in the shower sometimes. I get mine going for walks. I do it through automatic writing. I do it from sitting in meditation. There's a lot of ways to do it. What one works for you? Which 2 work for you? You know, what works? Your dreams need a practical plan, and so I feel like automatic writing and you being an air sign might be a really great way to do it. Start writing down what you want. You know, get the big picture. So you start writing down what it is that you want, and allow the information and the ideas to flow into you. So through communication with your higher self, you'll know where to go. And like a bolt out of lightning, the transformation is going to occur. I don't know if you are ready for this. Like, I mean, I don't know if you really saw it coming. Because when I see the bolt of lightning happening right now, that's like in the Tower card. Boom. It's either divine inspiration or boom, a sudden change. But this bolt of lightning puts your ship on fire. Maybe you've been looking too much to the past. You weren't looking ahead and you didn't know that you were being attacked. In the future, it is by paying attention to detail, being creative problem solving. Working late into the night means, when I see this, this is like, you're going to have to put a lot of time and effort into this. It needs a practical plan. It needs regular maintenance. It needs continual effort and growth. You know, you do not get good at being a tattoo artist without practice. It takes practice. It takes experience. It takes having a vision, right? So if you want to get to this growth stage, listening to your intuition and everything, it's going to take practice. It's going to take long nights. There's an abundance of opportunity, but it's going to require effort. In the recent past, what were you were worried about, what you knew or didn't know, and you were feeling probably overwhelmed by emotions. Like there was just so much going on. Or you were worried that you were, so either you were worried that you were drowning, you were getting too much emotions coming your way, or that the flow of emotions in a situation was being cut off by either your flow of emotion or someone else. Something felt like you were being sucked dry. That's what it feels like. I feel like someone was just, what I see right now is like the clay bed of a lake where it's parched and dry and it's all cracked. That's what I see in my head right now. And so I feel like you were trying to figure out where to find enough emotional water to put your ship out, right? You need water to put out a fire. Okay, in the future, there you are. This is in your heart space. We have the King of Scrolls. This is such a Gemini card. This is using your intellect, looking forward to the future, thank goodness, and trying to figure out how to resolve issues. And then, I don't know if you see, there's this spire right here, and it is pointing to this card. And so what that says is that it is through hard work and dedication and focus that you are going to feel like you're in control of your world again. Action will be required. It needs a practical plan. This is very practical planning. In the recent past, we have heart healing issues and a commitment. Okay, this feels very much like a relationship issue. This feels very much like something kind of broke your heart. Now, this could be, except that it broke your heart, but I don't know, it could have been a friendship, it could have been a situation with a child, it could have been a situation with a friend. It could have been a romantic relationship. It could have been that your job, you felt betrayed. What I feel right now is betrayal. Like really let down by something or someone. And the obstacle is, how do you heal your heart after that? But this is in the past. So I don't understand why this energy of out of the blue, something happening, when it seems to me. So maybe there was some sort of betrayal, some kind of contract that was broken, something that hurt you, and you thought you were trying to heal it. This isn't the obstacle of the mountain in the past, and so trying, and maybe you're still willing and you're still trying, but the other party is not, and that's like, or like a bolt of lightning, you're like, this isn't working, I'm done. The ship is on fire and I'm out of here. It could be that too. Oh, this was the card I saw. I totally forgot I saw this. So the War of the Roses. That is the current situation. Doesn't surprise me based on these other cards. The War of the Roses is when you line up against each other and you are out to winner take all. I rarely find the winner take all is the way to go. So, communicating openly, releasing the karma, standing in your power, yes. But negotiation is going to be important. Winner take all is rarely a good way. But you have the karmic trench, but it's in the reverse. This is a karmic situation. This is why it's so hurtful. There is a karmic situation that is ending. It needed to end. Now, again, it's personal to your heart. Whether or not this is a romantic relationship, I'm not sure. This could be mother and child. This could be friendship. There's a lot of places this could fall into. But it's definitely personal. Doesn't feel like business. This feels personal. It feels like a very personal, deep betrayal. All right, let's take some cards on this. If you happen to have watched the Taurus video, I did not take cards. I did forget because there were so many cards out. But when I turned off the camera, I'm like, do I need those cards? And so it was like, no, the answer was, the message was out there. So if you happen to cross-watch that, no worries. There was no additional information. Oh, look at this. I'm taking my ship and I'm out of here. I am moving forward and I am out of here. I am out of here. That's all that card. Like, but there is self-esteem, self-worth, self-value, self-confidence that can get you there. So listen to your intuition. And also we have it is being led by the sparrows. I mean, not the sparrows, but the barn swallows. And barn swallows are representative of spirit. So meditation and contemplation will get you there. Listening to your higher self, listening to your spirit guides, knowing what to do, when to do, how to do is going to be key here. So looking to your intuition for guidance will help you get there. What did this say? This said, act from your innate wisdom. Oh, and here we go. The Owl of Wisdom showing up here. Do you see it at the top there? In the heart space? Okay. Defend to the end the worthwhile. And I feel like saying you are the worthwhile. We have spirals of manifestation and faith in the process. So yeah, you are hurt, no doubt. The thing about the spirals of manifestation is that is a reminder that everything is cyclical, it goes around and around, but as it does, we get a higher viewpoint, which allows us the perspective. So draw on your perspective, your innate knowledge from other things or how you're feeling. It could be past lifetimes to help you make your decisions and understand that there is wisdom. There is wisdom to be gained from this experience, and it is the wisdom from your past experiences that are going to take you through this situation as well. Being in touch and contact with spirit is going to be your best source of information. Listening to what you're thinking and feeling when you're decision making as you move forward will be the way to be the most successful. I really wish that we could turn this around, and it's in the present, so you literally can, and make this War of Roses not this major battlefield, because I don't think that helps you get out of the karmic trench. I think that would promote future karmic stuff that would have to be released. And so through negotiation, through kindness, through taking a higher vantage point and not wanting to hurt, defend to the end what's worthwhile, but don't let your ego or your pride be what's motivating you. Let instead the worthwhile, your self-value, self-worth, self-esteem, that's not ego, that is self-love. Yes, so stand up for yourself. I'm not saying don't, but standing up for yourself and belittling your opponent, destroying your opponent, going after your opponent is not the way forward if you're trying to elevate your vibration in this lifetime. And we have miracles. Expect wondrous to emerge. And this is that releasing of the karmic. So the situation that you're in, whatever is happening, it's being resolved in divine timing through innate wisdom and knowledge by you being willing to let go and move on. Don't hold yourself prisoner in the karmic trench. Allow yourself to be free. And allow Saint Raphael, Archangel Raphael, and I want to say Archangel Michael, cut the cords of negative attachment. Oh, we also had Archangel Gabriel show up. So all the angels are showing up for you, really. So ask for the words that communicate what you need to communicate. Ask for the wisdom to speak your truth. Ask for the protection and the guidance of Saint Michael to cut the cords of negative attachment and to protect you from being attacked. And Archangel Raphael to help heal your heart so you can truly release this and move forward and elevate your life. So we have creativity showing up, which is very much that Empress energy. That's fire agate. We have spirit quartz, which says music. Music is a great way to create vibrational energy around you that puts you wherever you want to be. So if you're in a bad mood, play happy music. Don't listen to sad songs. It doesn't really help, okay? So listen to uplifting, positive things. Listen to something that makes you get up and dance. When you get up and dance, you change the waves of the energy around you, which changes your energy. Listen to chakra clearing, energy healing music. Listen to stuff that makes you smile or feel good. If you are miserable and you're listening to, and I like country music, but if you're listening to country music when you're sad and depressed, it doesn't necessarily help. Okay, pick something else. And then we have acceptance. Acceptance. This is the situation. If you want to heal the situation, you have to accept that this is the situation. Use music to help you heal the situation and to help ignite your creativity. Because your abundance of creativity flowing forward is going to be how you manage this. Listening to your intuition, being creative, finding creative solutions, and loving yourself. Okay? So accept the situation that it is, and I want to say be grateful. Be grateful that this karmic lesson is happening now and you can release it and move forward because the energy that's coming in 2020 is amazing. And so releasing karma right now is the time to do it. So that a miracle, expect wondrous miracles, I think that happens after we get through the eclipse cycle, which is January. We get the new moon lunar eclipse on the 11th of January in Capricorn, and then the next day Pluto and Saturn are in conjunction, and then Saturn moves past Pluto, and so the boundaries start stretching back out after the transformation. So allow the transformation to happen, and be excited for the future in the best way that you possibly can. So it's a creative opportunity for growth coming. That's where the miracle comes. It comes though from your attitude. Accepting what it is and looking forward to the future with anticipation and not looking back at the ship that's on fire. Okay? All right. We'll talk soon, Gemini. You take care.